Hi Cretans, in this video I'll do this question. This is a geometrical construction question. I took this question from the Creighton EGD Media Exam 2024. My Creighton EGD learners, they did this question. So this question is one of the questions from the media exam. So as you can see, it was question 3. It's a geometrical construction question. As you can see, there is an ellipse, circles there, hexagon there. So this is part of the geometrical construction topic. So before I waste more time, I'll just start doing this question. So obviously when you receive a question, you have to read the instructions first and know what is given, and you can even check the assessment criteria, because obviously they give you everything that they will give marks for. So obviously you have to read the instructions. So given we are given a mechanical component, so this is a mechanical component, and then the instructions, copy the given figure to scale 1:1. All constructions must be shown. So it's very important for you to show all the constructions, because obviously you get marks for the constructions. So make sure you show all constructions, otherwise you lose marks. My aim here is to show you how to construct an ellipse. As you can see, this is an ellipse, even though it's not the full ellipse, but I can see that, okay, this is an ellipse. So I'll show you how to construct an ellipse. Obviously you know how to draw circles, hexagons. So my aim here is to show you how to construct an ellipse, but obviously I'll do the whole question. So step number 1, obviously when you start drawing, you must start by drawing the center lines. So I'll just draw the center lines. Let me take my ruler. So okay, now I have this two center lines. Those two center lines is this center lines there. So now I can even draw this center lines. So from this center line to the vertical center line is given, it's 48. The distance is 48. So I can just measure 48 from the center line to the left. 48 somewhere there, and then I can just draw the center line. Okay, and then the horizontal center line, from this center line going up, it's given, it's 54. So I'll measure from this center line going up, it's 54. So 54 is somewhere there. And then I can just draw the center line. Okay, so now I have all the center lines, so I can now start drawing this component. So it's up to you. You can start anywhere. You can start by drawing the circles, or that hexagon with the circle up there, or the ellipse. So for me, I'll just start by drawing the ellipse first, and then I will draw the circles. So when you draw an ellipse, obviously you must do the constructions first for you to draw the ellipse, because without constructions you can't draw the ellipse. So I have a page here. I just want to show you something. So this is the ellipse with some constructions, but for now please focus on these lines. I've highlighted the lines with the green highlighter. So if we have these lines, it means that we can now draw the ellipse. But without these lines, we can't draw the ellipse. So why are we doing all the constructions? We are doing all these constructions. Obviously, we want to draw the ellipse, but we want to get these lines, because if we have these lines, we can just draw the ellipse. So our goal here is to get these lines. So I'll just show you how to get those lines now. So now what you have to do now, you have to analyze your drawing, obviously the component. So now our focus is on the ellipse. So what's the length of the ellipse? The length is given, it's 140, and the height it's 80. So from here to there it's 80, from here to there it's 140. So now because we have this measurements, the first thing that you have to do is to draw a rectangle in light constructions using this measurements. Obviously this line here from this point to that point, we call that line the major axis, and the vertical one from here to there, we call that a minor axis, so that I can measure from both sides. So half of 140 is 70. So I'll just measure 70 this side and 70 this side. Okay, I have those points. Let me just draw constructions, the construction lines, just like that. Okay, and then the height is 80, half of 80 is 40, so I'll measure from the center going down 40, and obviously up to 80. So it's 40 down, 40 up, and then I can draw the construction lines. Like that. Okay, so now I have the rectangle. So why am I drawing this rectangle? I want to know or see that, okay, the ellipse cannot overlap outside this rectangle. The ellipse must be within this rectangle here. Okay, so now the next step from here, after drawing this rectangle in light construction, we have to label some points. So we have to label 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 points. So normally I say this is point A, this one is point B, and this one is C, and this one is D. So it's A, B, C, D. Okay, so the first thing is to construct the rectangle light construction, and then step number 2 is to label these points A, B, C, D. Okay, after that you have to join point A with C. Where's A? A is here, C is there. I'll have to join these two. Construction, like that. Okay, and then after joining those 2 points, now I'll have to draw an arc from A going up to this center line, the vertical center line. So I'll put my compass at the center to point A, there. Then I'll just draw an arc to the vertical center line. So let me just extend the center line there. Okay, so now it means I have a new point there. This will be point E. After drawing the arc going up, I have to drop down this point E to line AC somewhere here. So I'll draw an arc to this line AC. So obviously I'll put my compass at point C now, not at the center. I forgot to label the center point. The center point is normally O. So now I'm not putting my compass at point O, but I'll put my compass at point C to point E. So I'll put my compass at point C to E, like that. And then I just draw an arc, like that. So it means I'm dropping this E to line AC there. So now I have a new point here. So this will be point F. So, okay, I'll repeat again. First thing that you have to do is to draw this rectangle in light constructions using what? This given measurements here. And step number 2, you have to label the points. And after labeling the points, you have to join point A with C. And then after that, you have to put your compass at the center point to point A. Then you draw an arc from A to the vertical center line. And then obviously you will get a new point there. You label that point. After that, you have to drop down that new point to line AC. But now you put your compass where? At point C, not at point O. So you put your compass at point C to point E, then you drop that point. And then you have F there. I hope we are together. So now, after finding this point, our focus now is on line AF, not AC, but AF. So now I'll have to bisect line AF. I guess by now everyone knows how to bisect a line, because we do bisecting of lines in term 1. So now we have to bisect this line AF. What is to bisect? To bisect is to cut something into 2 equal parts. So now I'll just bisect that line AF. So I'll just take my compass. I'll use my compass. I put my compass at point A and I open it past the center. Okay, and then I draw an arc there, an arc somewhere down here. And then I'll move my compass now to point F. Then I draw an arc. That arc must intersect that arc there, and an arc down there. So now these 2 arcs, they intersect there, and these 2, they intersect there. So I want to draw a straight line there. So I'll just draw a straight line across these 2 points here. Now it means I've bisected the line AF. So you can just draw a straight line all the way to the center line, like that. Okay, so now I have this line. And remember, I said our aim or our goal is to find these lines. So now I have this line, it's this one here. So if I have this one, it means that I can even get this one using this line. So we are almost there. So because now I have this line, now I'll have to draw that line. How are you going to draw the other line? How are you going to draw that line? You put your compass. Before that, I want to show you something. This line, it intersects the center line there. So it means I have a point there. So I'll put my compass the center to that point, and I'll just project this point to the other side, this side. So I'll just draw an arc like that. So that means now I've just projected this point to the other side. So I have the same point and the opposite side here. So I'll just draw a straight line like that across that point. So if you check, I have a V shape here. That V shape, it's this one there. because remember I told you that our goal is to find these lines, and if we have all these lines, it means we can now draw the ellipse. So now I'll try to get these two lines, the V that's facing down, because now I have this V facing up. Okay, before I proceed, remember we started by drawing the rectangle in light construction, and we labeled the points. After labeling, we joined point A with C. After joining the two, we drew what, an arc from A to the vertical center line. And then obviously we got a new point there, and we drew what, an arc again. We dropped that new point to line AC to find F. So after finding F, we had to bisect line AF using the construction. So obviously I marked some arcs there, then I drew that line, and then this line I just projected this point to the other side for me to get that line. Okay, so now we have this point there, so it means that I can just project this point up somewhere there using my compass. I'll just put my compass at the center to the point down there. So I'll just project that up there. As you can see, it's not like always this point will be there by this point. No, you will find that some of the points are somewhere there or down here. It's not like it's always going to be there. Just note that. So I projected this point. So this point is there by E. Okay, it's fine. Therefore, after projecting this point up there, I can just draw a line from that point across this point there, like that. And even this side, I'll do the same thing. Draw a straight line across that point, like that. So as you can see, now I have the V facing down, but you must make sure that the V, it intersects with this line on the center line. Even this side, you must make sure that the line it crosses this point here. So now, because I have the V facing down and the V facing up, it means that I can now draw that ellipse. So because obviously earlier I showed you this, I said we must have these lines for us to draw the ellipse. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and draw the ellipse, but bear in mind this is not a full ellipse. As you can see, it's almost a full ellipse, but obviously there we don't have an arc there. So I can just draw this section in using what, outlines, solid lines. So okay, for us to draw the arc there, down there, I will have to put my compass at that point. So I'll just open my compass to point D there by the rectangle there, and then obviously I draw an arc that will pass point D to this line, like that. So the arc is from this line to this line, so you can't just overlap this line. So make sure you start on this line, you end at that line. Okay, so the arc, this side, that means now I will put my, so now I have that arc there. Now I'll try and so if you check the ellipse is from somewhere here, I'm not sure where, but somewhere here up to this point there, and this point is point B from my drawing. It's this point. so my ellipse must end there. So it means that I'll have to draw an arc there. I'll take my compass and draw the arc up to point B there. Okay, so we are almost there. For now, I'll just leave this like this. For now, I'll just leave this ellipse like this. I'll start by drawing. Okay, I'll just draw the circles. Then after drawing the circles, I'll just draw that part up there. So for this circles, we are given that, okay, the bigger circle is 25. So the radius is 25. So if the radius is 25, I can just measure 25 on my compass and put my compass at the center, and then I can just draw the circle like that. Okay, and then the smaller circle, we are given that the diameter is 36 and half of 36 is 18. So I'll just measure 18 on my compass. Like that. Okay, so I've drawn these two circles. So now I'll just draw this section, this part. So you can see that, okay, there is a hexagon there, and the hexagon is within that circle. So it means I can just go ahead and draw the circle. The radius is given, the radius for the circle is 22. So I'll just measure 22 on my compass, and I'll put my compass there and draw the circle. Okay, so now I have the circle. So now let me draw the hexagon. It means I'll have to draw the hexagon. So obviously, if the radius of the circle is 22, it means that the sides of this hexagon is 22 millimeters. So obviously this is 22. Where are the points that are touching the center line? It's this point and this point. Talking about the points for the hexagon, so it's only these two. It means that I'll put my compass on those 2 points. So I'll just mark there and mark this side, then I'll put my compass there and mark somewhere there and mark this side. So now I'll just have to join all these points. So now I'll just have to join the circle, the points, sorry. Okay, now I'm done with this part. So now I can just draw that vertical line from that circle up there to point B. Like that. Okay, so now I have this circle and the hexagon. So now I want to draw this arc. And if you look at this arc is the excluding arc. Why? It's because we have a circle here and we have an invisible circle here. So if you look at the arc and the two circles, this arc is excluding those two circles. Remember the excluding and the including arcs. If we have an excluding arc, we will add the radius for that tangential arc and the radius of that particular circle. So in this case, I'll have to add the radius for the tangential arc and the radius of this circle first. And then after that, I'll add this radius for the arc and the radius of the invisible circle. And if you look, the invisible circle is there. The measurements for the circle will be this 80. This 80 will be the diameter of that invisible circle. So if I add this radius 26 with the radius for that circle, which is 22, I get 48. So it means that I'll have to measure 48 on my compass. 48 is somewhere there. So I'll put my compass at the center of the circle, this circle. So the center is there. Therefore, I'll have to draw an arc there. And then now my focus will be on the invisible circle. So from the invisible circle, let me just draw the invisible circle on my drawing. So it's 40, the radius is 40. It's half of this 80 here. Let me just draw the circle and light construction. So okay, I have the invisible circle. So the radius for that circle is, okay, I'll start with the radius for the arc, which is 26. I'll have to add the radius for that circle. So the radius of that circle is 40, because this is 80. The diameter for that invisible circle is 80. Therefore, we'll take half of 80, which is 40. Therefore, it's 66. So I'll take my compass and measure 66. And I'll put obviously my compass at the center of the circle. And I draw an arc. So where the two arcs intersect, so we have that arc and this arc. Where they intersect, it's the point that I'm looking for, so that I can draw this arc. So in order for us to draw this arc, we must get this point first. So if you have that point, remember, I will have to draw a line from that point to the center of the circle there, and for this circle as well, from the point to the center of the circle. Like that. Okay, it means that my tangential arc will start there, and it will end where? Here. So my arc will start there and end there. So I can take my compass. I put my compass at that point to that point. So this point must come exactly there. There we go. So I have my tangential arc, the excluding arc. So now we are almost done. I'll have to just connect this two here, then we are done. So remember, this was the ellipse. So I'll just put my compass at this point down there to there. Yeah, it must go there. So it means just like that. So I'm done with this question. I have everything. I have all the constructions for the ellipse and the hexagon and that excluding arc. So I hope this will help you as you prepare for your final exams for EGT grade 10. Thank you for watching and all the best. Sharp.